Hello and welcome to today's training where I am super excited to be talking about a very important topic. Now, what I'm about to share with you is something that came about into my space not that long ago. And when this particular thing came into my space, I just felt repulsed. And although I had all the feelings moving through me, I just sat and I observed and I watched. And, I love watching people. I love analyzing the dynamics between people and pulling things apart and seeing where things work and why things don't work, and really looking at the energy. And I believe that this is something that is just a gift of mine, but just also the fact that I'm able to see like these gaps between people and what's playing out, and perhaps why things are playing out, even going a little bit deeper into that. But in this particular instance, with what I'm about to share, I just observed, and I also became aware of the feelings that were moving through my body, and like my repulsion, and also like just the fascination, right, of how people work and what people do for attention or whatever it is. Anyway, so I have a belief that when a woman opens and shares her heart with another man that is not her intimate partner, that it is disrespectful. Now, the reason that I believe this and hold this to be as a truth in my body, may not be to somebody else's, but this is in my own body, my own truth, is because a woman's legs open through her heart. And what I mean by that is through the revealing of the feminine heart. And if there's a man opposite her, present with her, and like receiving her fully, it also opens the sexual energy channels in her body. And she starts to become an invitation for more. She starts to open more. And then she moves deeper into the feminine pole as she opens her heart and reveals her heart. And so the man or the person holding the masculine pole that's receiving the woman also starts to feel this, and they become more polarized. And so there's deep attraction that happens there. And so I am a lover of monogamy, and I am a lover of keeping the integrity of a container clean. This isn't to say you can't talk to other men. This isn't to say you can't talk to other women. But I feel that there is a boundary that if you desire to be in a deeply polarized relationship, especially, it needs to be kept clean. There needs to be respect there. And when there's leakage of sexual energy, whether you realize it or not, your partner can feel it. Your partner knows. Your partner may not be exactly aware of the words that you spoke, of what was said, of how you showed up, but they feel the leakage of energy. And so I was in this place not that long ago. I want to be very careful with my wording here and how I'm sharing. And there were these these several couples around, and they were speaking and sharing. And one of the women just kind of popped up and said, oh, when we went out the other night, like I've never opened myself up so much to somebody before, like the depth that that you were able to feel me and all of this stuff, right? And she was like spewing all of this stuff that she was feeling, all of these feelings that she was feeling. And her partner was just sitting there, and this man that was near her also had his partner near him and was saying, oh, we need to do it again. Like, we need to go out again. Like, I'm so glad I could be that person for you. Anyway, you could feel this other woman's energy drop, this man's partner, like her energy, like just kind of like got sucked out of her. And her shoulders slumped over the table, and then she got really uncomfortable, and she just kind of got up and started to like walk around. And it was because she couldn't sit in her body in the uncomfortability of that. That's what all this, like her fidgeting was like, that's why all this fidgeting was happening in her body. And, these other two were laughing and carrying on. And anyway, this woman's partner who had, she had just said and shared that it was the most amazing thing ever, he like picked up his drink and sculled it. And it was like, and I was just sitting there like, whoa, like this is really like fascinating of, what is actually happening at this setting in front of me, and looking at and observing where people's, I wouldn't say gaps, but I'd say like I was observing, like wondering what is making like this woman openly share this in front of her partner. Like, what did she want to get out of it, right? Because this was like it was manipulative, really. On a deep level, it was manipulative because she wanted, I believe, her partner to hear that this is what she'd experienced with someone else, and thus wanted him to be triggered by jealousy, right? And yeah, it was just very fascinating. I won't go any more into it, but it was just very fascinating to watch, and just to see like people playing out their wounds is how I want to say it, is people playing out their wounds. Because here's the other thing. People will set you up to feel exactly how you make them feel. So, for example, if you feel jealous about something, right? If you feel jealous, and no, if someone is jealous of you, okay, say you walk into a room and you're wearing this beautiful dress and you're just glowing, you're stunning, and you can feel your radiance like blossoming and radiating, and like you're just open, right? And people can feel you, and you make somebody feel jealous. You didn't mean to make somebody feel jealous just by being you and walking into this room all radiant, but you made this person feel jealous. They will do something to make you feel jealous afterwards. People will set you up to feel exactly how you make them feel. So, for example, say someone does something lovely for you, right? Like just, really lovely. Think about a time someone did something so nice for you and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to forget this. Like, and you really want to do something nice for them, right? This is generally how people operate. And yeah, it was just something very fascinating. And so this led me to my post this morning, my little box post saying like, revealing the truth of your heart is disrespectful to the man that you are with. And I hold firm in this. And so, I'm not specifically talking about like a therapist or a counselor or, some like a professional that you speak to, but definitely just a man or a friend, and opening in that way, I do feel is disrespectful. And I feel like if you need like professional advice, and, you feel you may need like a masculine man to receive guidance from rather than a feminine woman or like a group of women, like make a call to a professional or a professional coach and share that and keep the integrity of your relationship intact, because this only leads to more problems. Any third person that you bring into a relationship where something becomes or feels like a triangle is going to bring problems to your relationship. I don't care if it's a woman, I don't care if it's a man. Any third person where you share personal details or things that happen in the home that isn't serving anyone to share, it's just you just want to, open and share, is bringing disrespect into your home and into your relationship. So we'd love to know your thoughts about this one, and sending you a ton of love, and see you all again soon.